Hello, welcome to Ceazor Snack Sandwich. Today I'm going to take a look at a protocol that I've had on my to-do list for quite some time, and I've just been lazy to do it. A little while ago I did this video here, Single Finance, which is like a delta neutral voltage protocol on the CRONOS chain. So I did take a look at it, and it was interesting and stuff like that. But one of the sources of yield that they use is VVS Finance, which it has some interesting things that I want to just kind of share with you. They have this version 2 boosted farms. But before I explain to you what this version 2 boosted farms is, I'm just going to quickly go through and just kind of explain what are the options of what a user can do here at VVS, okay? So the first thing is a classic swap, like a Uniswap version 2 swap. You can swap tokens. Of course, you can provide liquidity to those liquidity pools to gain trading fees as usual. You can zap into the LPs, and you can produce limit orders as well. As you can see, the site is really good. It's smooth. It's quick. It's well developed. The site itself is a good job. They did a good job on the site. So they have these farms. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You have these boostable farms, and you have these classic farms. So if we go to the classic farms, you can see most of the time it's the VVS governance token or emissions reward token, whatever you want to call this token of this protocol. That is rewards or incentives. But then there's also, they could supply a different token, or they also have dual token farms, which is pretty standard now. But if you didn't do that, that's pretty bad. So the boosted farms is the new thing. I will explain that. I'm going to go to the docs to explain it because there's a few key features. But basically, you can boost it by locking up the VVS token. Okay. So what else do they have? They have these boost calculator, the mines. Mines is a place where if you have some VVS tokens, you don't need to, it's basically staking. So you stake it and you stake it. So if you stake it here, it's auto compounding. There's some fees here. They had to take a performance fee, and they use that performance fee to buy back this token. Or there's a manual one where you can just lock it in here and, claim your VVS rewards every once in a while instead of giving them a performance fee, right? This also has an unstaking fee. So if you do use this, then you will have to, every time you unstake, you will have to pay a small, tiny percentage. You can see 0.1%. So that's something to keep in mind. The dashboard, and then they have these IGOs. This IGOs is interesting. So basically, if you were to take your VVX, right? Okay, so basically this is like a VE locking, right? So you can lock it up for a certain period of time. I think it's weeks up to 4 years. And then, of course, depending on how much you lock and how long you lock, you're going to get more. Now, this VEX is a vault, so it's not just locked tokens. It's also auto-compounding. It has emissions that are auto-compounding inside as well, which is interesting, okay? So this IGO is like Launchpad. So kind of like pre-sales of tokens, or you need whitelisting to do this. But in order to participate in this, you need to have VVS locked. So if you've locked some VVS and then you want to participate in this sale, then you have to, of course, lock your VVS before the sale is live, and then you will be able to buy some tokens that are like this new project that is launching on the CRONOS chain, and they want to pre-sale their tokens on this dashboard or on this launchpad, right? So let's go over and talk to the docs and talk quickly about the boosting of the pools, okay? So it's pretty straightforward in some senses, but there is some interesting cool things. So like normal, the longer you lock your tokens, your VVX, so you lock for XVVX, the longer you lock them, and the more you lock, then the stronger your multiplier will get on the boosted farms. So this is the interesting part. This is clever. I like this. And this is where they say you can select or boost up to 2 LPs and enjoy the up to 2.5x boosting, okay? So we go back to the farms, and we go to boost farms. So these farms here, okay, if you want to get boosted on them, then you can only choose 2 of them. And that's interesting. Usually, like, it's like across the board, you will boost everything. But here they reduce the amount of emissions given out by only boosting 2 that you've chosen. Okay, so that's interesting. I like that. That's clever. And then there's when you're going through the website and you're trying to find, oh, what is my boost and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't have any positions, so it's hard for me to actually show you on the UI. But you will see that there are 2 numbers. Okay, there is a boost multiplier and a boost factor. So it's just important to highlight that the boost factor is basically you compared to a normal person, and then the boost multiplier is basically what you're getting. You might have a decent boost multiplier and a super high boost factor because you're the only one in that pool, if that makes sense. So this compares you to other people, and this just kind of compares you to yourself. Okay. Now, the last thing that's interesting about this is they did these minting of NFTs, right? And these NFTs themselves, they have some utility of their own now. So basically, you can't mint them now, but I guess you could look around CRONOS chain for an NFT marketplace and try to buy them somewhere, right, from other people. But if you do have these miner moles, these NFTs, then you can stake them into the same boosted farm and increase your boost further. So it says that you can take your boost up to 3x if you were to really go all in. So up to 3x, right? So the NFTs themselves, they use their rarity to give you boosts. So if you found a legendary one, then you would get the most increase of your boost. And then there are some other rules here where one NFT can only be used on each farm because you have to stake it in that farm, right? You have to connect it to that one farm. You can only put 5 NFTs at most per farms. And then again, a maximum of two farms as usual, okay? So only 10. So if you were to own 15 of these NFTs, it would kind of be pointless in that sense. So just get 10 if you were to participate in this. Now, you can, as always, I tell you, come and read the docs. You'll be able to see a little bit more than what I'm explaining. This is just a quick overview of the things I've read through it. I do think it's pretty interesting. There is some cleverness in here, and I really like this reduction of boosting to only 2 LPs, so it can reduce the selling pressure of that token by people who are, who have a boostability. And I think this is something that's learnable and should be maybe considered by other protocols as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. I appreciate you watching, and I'm going to try my best to do a little more videos than usual and try to get through my list of things to do. And that's it. Goodbye.